It's a Subway coelacanth.
Hey all, Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from New York City, more specifically the American Museum of Natural History. This is indeed the museum that Night at the Museum was based on, which we all to fantasize about what goes on in a museum at night. Of course, they're not going to let me stay here at night. They don't do that, but you can go here during the day. So follow me. We'll check this out.
Now there's only one proper place to start in a museum, and that is with some taxidermy. Fisher versus porcupine, the ultimate showdown. There's the porcupine up there. That fish stands no chance. Oh wow, moose fight. Look at that jackrabbit. Heard they're pretty scary in real life. Bear versus snake. These caco missiles. They need to recognize you don't mess with the spotted skunk. There is no denying that. That is a huge slice of a tree, really predating the birth of Jesus. And some guy cut it down. Look at this massive, terrifying, taxidermied mosquito. Look at this craziness. Got a giant daddy long leg, big old centipede, ant on an acorn, and that looks like a maggot. It's a big taxidermied case full of endangered and extinct animals. There's a dugong up there, a type of manatee, and then a taxidermied panda. You don't see that too often. And then there's a poor unfortunate dodo skeleton. He's all gone. He didn't have the skills. This wall of taxidermy here is pretty insane. Oh no. Release the Kraken. In the ocean section here, and in the center there's this giant full-sized whale hanging over everyone. There we have the coelacanth, the 100% verified cryptid. Check out the seawall. We got all these aquatic creatures. We even got another coelacanth right there. Right above him, we got a scuba man. Really love this dolphin display right here. They're swimming in a pod with tuna. Not so cuddly now, I guess. Here is the Hall of Human Origins. Let's see where people came from. Alright, if you look behind me, there's two little hominids called Hipparion. These recreations are pretty remarkable. And here is my family. Of course, when I had my DNA test, I was 74% more Neanderthal than the average person, a subspecies that interbred with modern day Homo sapiens. I don't understand how that makes them a separate species, but they are distinct in certain ways. In no ways were they considered inferior, mind you. I don't know, does anyone see any sort of family resemblance. Hyenas versus hominids. The ultimate showdown. Here we have two cave people protecting their killed deer against this no good thieving vulture. And there's my girl Lucy. Here's the Hall of African Animals, dedicated to Carl Akeley, the father of taxidermy. This is pretty interesting right here. This gorilla exhibit was created by Carl Akeley, who of course, you know, killed a lot of the animals himself. But it was actually while hunting gorillas that Akeley looked into a gorilla's face and felt that he saw too much humanity in it. And at that point he actually quit hunting and became an animal rights activist instead of a big game hunter and taxidermist. And I will put a link to my video all about Carl Akeley in the description if you want to check that out. These no-good leopards just got themselves a peacock. That big smiling tiger. I particularly like these tableaus that like portray a story or an action scene. You see this deer thing stomped this wild dog to death, and the wild dog pack does not take kindly to that, so they are preparing to do battle with the deer guy. Wow, that is one foreboding Olmec head. There's the Aztec Calendar, the one that expired in 2012. Guess it's time to make a new calendar, boys.
Nice shot. There's nothing.
There's an Amazonian warrior. We all know what Amazonian warriors like to do, right? That's right, they like to shrink heads, just like a Ripley's. The American Natural History Museum got them some shrunken heads. This one here is kind of unique. It's actually a shrunken sloth head. It's the only one I've ever seen. This is funner than a glass case full of monkeys. Look at this guy. I bet all the other monkeys made fun of his nose. If you ask me what animal I'm most terrified of, probably baboons. I guess that is a human child. That is a chimpanzee child. Showing how similar they are. It's an adult skeleton. Looks like the old people's got a little more in the brain department. And there is the American Museum of Natural History's official possum. And then there's a naked one. Birds of the New York City area. What, is it gonna be a room full of pigeons? Okay, they're not all pigeons, technically. It's actually pretty impressive. These are passenger pigeons, which are actually extinct. Seems to be almost a dozen taxidermied extinct animals in this exhibit. Look at that beastly creature back there. The ultimate showdown. Ostrich versus warthog. Here's quite the fracas. We got all these vultures chowing down on a zebra. We got a hyena sneaking up. We got these coyotes sneaking up, and then we even got these vultures getting in a fight over zebra flesh. Now, Komodo dragon's a nasty, nasty little beast. They actually bite you, and then the rotten meat in their mouth actually gives you an infection. And they just sit around and wait for you to die, and then they eat you. And they're really, really smug about it.
Su atención, por favor. Su atención, por favor. El museo va a cerrar dentro de 10 minutos. Cualquier agente de seguridad los puede dirigir hacia una salida.
Here's the most famous photo op here in the museum. It's in the Polynesian section. It's this giant head that was featured in the Night at the Museum movies. Famous for saying, "Give me gum gum, dum dum." Oh, giant head. Do you want some gum gum? There's 3 Asian girls that just passed by. They were speaking in a foreign language, but I did hear one of them say, "Give me gum gum, dum dum." They're closing the museum. Apparently I'm not going to be permitted to spend the night. They'll probably won't be able to hide, you know. They'll probably find me. But anyways, appreciate you guys joining me here on my trip through the American Museum of Natural History. Pretty cool museum. The only problem, the museum is difficult to maneuver unless you be backtracking a lot as you're, this guy's yelling, trying to get everyone out. Okay, anyways, if you like this channel, please check down in the description. I got an interactive map that'll show you all the places I've been, and you can make suggestions on places that I need to go. Also, if you'd like to contribute to the channel, there's a t-shirt shop as well as my Patreon down below. This one's in the bag. See you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile.